This will be the SFM June tournament, Diamonds and Masters players. And we're looking at a game here on Merry-Go-Round. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. Can he bring back his 2-loss deficit? It is going to be OD's IMcuddlebear. And spawning in the southern portion here on Merry-Go-Round Ladder Edition, in the blue trunks, she is GJLac's MyDarling. So, Terran versus Terran. Should be good to go. Yeah, lots of mech coming out of MyDarling. Definitely likes to play that style. I wouldn't be surprised to see more mech on this map. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see mech throughout the rest of this series, quite honestly. You know, she's pretty darn good at it. I gotta give her credit. Haven't really seen a whole lot of issues or anything that I would potentially pick out, but I mean, all in all, good playing. So, granted, both players are Masters players, so should be good. So, I hope you guys have all been enjoying the casting. For those of you who just tuned in, this is game number 3 of the... It says ISM because that was for Ignotic, but they are changing their name to Short Fired Gaming, so it will be from here on out the SFM June tournament, the Diamond and Master Edition. I know they have a, I think it's like a bronze through platinum or whatever. But yeah, feel free to check them out at their, they've got forums at forum.shotfiredgaming.com, so feel free to check them out. I'm sure somebody will spam it in the chat whenever they hear this, because they want free promotion, and lots of people are really cool. So yeah, for those who have been listening, I hope you guys have been enjoying the casting. Let me know anything that you see that you like, you don't like. Let me know. I'm always looking for ways to improve things, trying new things with the production, as you've probably heard, with all the fun little sound effects, whatever. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get right into this game. Now, both players, so far so good as far as similar builds. Now, the only difference is we do have a reactor coming out from MyDarling. She is going to be probably going for a similar opening that we saw last game, going for those relatively early Hellions. And yeah, so second reactor coming down. Probably see a second reactor coming out of IMcuddlebear. I'm really surprised that we haven't seen, obviously the last 2 games we've seen very, very heavy marine tank type play coming out of IMcuddlebear, and I'm really curious to see whether or not he'll switch it up and maybe go for a more mech focus. Now, granted, we do have a proxy starport coming out of MyDarling, so potentially get some fair amount of damage. Obviously, this hasn't been scouted quite yet. IMcuddlebear's going to get down here, get a little scouting out, actually see the Hellions, and get completely denied. So First Blood is going to go ahead and get called out as, yeah, that SCV met his doom. Now, unfortunately for IMcuddlebear, he didn't get like any scouting information. It's like barracks and single supply depot, so nothing really. So some nice positioning coming here. Ooh, this could be okay. I kind of felt like it should have been a Hellion drop rather than him going straight for the tech lab. But yeah, it does look like he is going to go for that Banshee first, as opposed to going for that drop play. Granted, we do have a single drop now coming out from this medevac, actually going to get scouted as MyDarling sees it. He's like, okay. But yeah, so this kind of initial push is going to get denied for now. This Banshee still in production. Things are still kind of panning out normally. Both players getting out fair number of units. We do have Viking being produced here. Hellions coming in here, trying to get some damage done. Not going to be able to get the damage they want. Honestly, the Hellions could probably just reign supreme and just go straight in. Since production is going to now be back at the main, not really, you know, be in there. So Hellion's going to come in here, try and get some damage done. Going to go straight around, try and focus down some of these Hellions. Hellions will fall. And yeah, so Hellion's getting a fair amount of damage. Drop just now arriving here for IMcuddlebear. We'll have to see whether or not I can get as much damage as being done. I mean, so far, we're at 7 workers killed total so far. Last Hellion will get cleaned up. And these Marines, come on, do something. Go. There we go. Ooh, that Widow Mine could be saving grace. And, well, Widow Mine shot for a single Marine and a SCV, I think, overall. Second Widow Mine will go off, and now he can kind of reign supreme at this point. Do have a handful of Hellions here that should be able to clean up the rest of this. Does need to be careful not to lose this medevac, because the medevac is kind of the crucial element. What happened to the Banshee? Did it get picked off? I kind of feel like it did. Probably did. That would be my guess. So it does look like MyDarling is going to go ahead and push out once again. Widow Mine's trying to get into a position to where are these going? Okay, he's going to try and run across the field with it. One Widow Mine will get taken off. Second Widow Mine just barely not going to go down. Hellion will go down for free. And yeah, at this point, MyCuddlebear doesn't really have enough production here. There's no turret here for detection, so things are definitely looking pretty rough for here. Hellion's pretty much just absolutely ravaging the main. And it looks like IMcuddlebear is down to his last SCV. Units-wise, he's down to 6 SCVs. And I think that is I think that's enough to call it at this point. I mean, there's really not a whole lot that can be done. We do have a handful of Marines trying to do some damage back here, but there are definitely a lot of units here. So, you know, with only a handful of Marines, it's going to be very difficult for everything to go down the way he wants them. These units just kind of standing idle at this point, and I think he's trying to assess whether or not he can move on. Pretty good shot. But yeah, this is going to get cleaned up. And IMcuddlebear's kind of down to his last several units. Basically, it's going to boil down to whether or not he can get something effectively done. More Hellions coming across the field. And yeah, looking pretty bad here for IMcuddlebear. Really surprised that a Viking, MyDarling didn't go ahead and build a Viking to deal with the drop. Granted, a couple more tanks going to try and add to the army composition. As far as SCVs, the only things that's here is mules. Wow, Hellion's taking out tanks, getting as much damage done as possible, and yeah, those are going to go straight for the main. Widow Mine will go ahead and take out a couple of the Hellions, but with a Banshee here, it's going to be looking really rough. So we've got one Widow Mine in the main base for MyDarling. Overall, still things getting ravaged here in the main of IMcuddlebear, and it's going to basically boil down to whether or not this tank and the Vikings are kind of going back to the main at this point. So yeah, pretty rough third game here for IMcuddlebear. He's definitely going to have to really pick up the slack, considering he's now down 3 games. He's got to come back. He's got to win 4-0 if he wants to take it. The rest of the Hellions will get picked off at this point, but okay, here we go. Medevac coming in, trying to get the damage done. We will see. Super tanker coming in here. Wow, fusion core. Interesting call. So yeah, so some SCV is going to go ahead and get transferred. Trying to bait out the units over this Widow Mine. That would be definitely a nice little pick off there. Battle cruisers on the way, baby. So things are looking good. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like IMcuddlebear is just trying to hold on as much as he possibly can. Has he even scouted? Yeah, he's scouted the starport, so he knows the starport's there. I'm really surprised he hasn't done anything about it. It's kind of a nifty little cruiser. Never noticed that before. Yeah, so looks like he is potentially going to land, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I think at this point the damage has been done. Two mining bases, well, 1.5 mining bases compared to 5 SCVs on minerals and 3 on gas. Definitely pretty rough. And battlecruiser even popping out here soon. So obviously the battlecruiser probably won't be able to take out the Vikings. I think 3 Vikings is more than enough to deal with that. Yeah, definitely. MyDarling's gonna back that off. At this point, IMcuddlebear's like, yeah, that's a battlecruiser. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. Widowmine getting a decent shot off. Hellions trying to get in here, get the damage done. Tank will go down. And yeah, just trying to save as much as he can. IMcuddlebear's going to go ahead and retreat to a hopefully better location. Just barely not enough for a scan quite yet. Scan will go down. But yeah, I mean, at this point, 42 SCVs killed. They're looking pretty rough. 43, 44, and the rest of the SCVs, even having to pick up the SCVs at this point to save them. Yep, he's like, not sure. He's debating. He's thinking about it. Second battlecruiser is now out. I think there are 2 battlecruisers. No, just 1 battlecruiser. The other one must have gotten picked off. Oh my gosh, this is really going to continue. Wow, IMcuddlebear. I gotta give him props for having the tenacity to continue on. We gotten some fusion core dancing going on here? Nope, not yet. 1 battlecruiser to rule them all. Battlecruiser buddy is on his way. Gosh, I am at a loss of words here, folks. You know, when you get to the point in the game where it's just like, yeah, this is kind of over. It's really hard to continue on. I mean, at this point, it's like production-wise, battlecruisers are on the way, Vikings are on the way, upgrades, everything in shebang is going in MyDarling's favor, and there's not really a whole lot that IMcuddlebear can do about it. I mean, 3 extra command centers just for the hay of it. And yeah, I mean, it looks like IMcuddlebear's trying to take an expansion, but it's at this point he doesn't have enough. Yeah, he doesn't have enough SCVs to even saturate 1 base, so it's like, not that. So tantalizing game number 3 here. Yeah. Where'd that scan go down? Oh, seeing the battlecruiser build up. But yeah, Vikings are being added to this, and I don't think 5 Vikings can beat 3 Vikings and 2 battlecruisers. I just don't see it happening. So 3rd base being taken here from MyDarling. Pretty much all the fixings getting pushed in. There we go. Houston, we've got some. He's like, lol. You've got. Oh, we're even getting Behemoth Reactor. Oh, baby. Rocking them upgrades. I kind of want to say something, but I don't. Yeah, this is rough. Terran versus Terran. What a final. Willie Pokin's like, yeah, Cuddlebear's decision making. Sigh. Yeah, pretty much. So 3 battlecruisers now. We have another scan going down. That's at the natural. He sees that there's another base out there, and yeah, being at a 50% of the supply, not looking very good. So We will have to see whether or not this turns into one final epic battlecruiser Viking battle, because that's kind of what it's looking like. He's like, I'm gonna take the middle, and yep, the Vikings are like, there goes another one. There goes another one. 50% of his army just immediately died. Yeah, this is brutal. So we have, I don't know. I'll be interested to see what map they go ahead and pick for the next map. Not really a whole lot of analysis that can be done here. It's just kind of IMcuddlebear. He's just like, yep, gotta get more units, gotta keep things going. But at this point, I mean, 4th and 5th base now being taken by MyDarling. And yeah, that was just a very, very well executed proxy starport for battle cruisers. So, how's everybody in chat doing? I know I'm on a 2-minute delay, but I feel like asking because, you know, gotta get a sense for the chat dealing with the brutal pain that is TVT. Surprisingly, IMcuddlebear is now on 2 bases, kinda sorta. Ugh, what a day. Yeah, TVT. This factory is just kinda doing what it's doing. Trying to figure out where all these scans are going down, because they're just kinda going down. Okay, so IMcuddlebear pushing out with his dream squad. Looks like just an FYI, we've already got a medevacs question mark. That's funny. Yeah, heal BCs. Okay, battle of the century going down. Battle cruisers getting the damage done. A lot of the Vikings falling rapidly. GG, well played is called. IMcuddlebear tapping out. GG is called, and it looks like just for everybody who is in the chat, feel free to check out next month's tournament. All the signups are down in the chat.